I really like Jamila Jamil, but I do have a bit of a problem with her in that clip about second screen viewing, the one you've all tagged me in, this clip.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's something called second screen viewing, right? So it's a directive that's being handed out by big studios to filmmakers.
So it's particularly in line to that reference about big studios, this directive from big studios. It's not specific enough, right? So look, after that video comes out and you're all tagging me in it, I said nothing because I'd already known about this. I'd read an article about it about 9-10 months ago. I can't remember now. So after I see this, I see her promoting a movie called Merry Little Xmas, and I think to myself, okay. So I watched the trailer. It's a Netflix movie. I'm sorry, but it's exactly the kind of movies that she's talking about, right? Which ultimately, I don't have an issue with people critiquing a system and cashing the bag. I don't think people are hypocrites for paying their bills. That's not it at all here. But go and watch that trailer. It looks like a Hallmark movie. It looks like a second screen type of movie. This very specific issue that Jamila's talking about, background watching, content as a kind of wallpaper for your living room, it's already been written about. There's a great article in The Guardian. They ran a piece and they talk about the fact this guy called Will Tavlin had been talking about it. Netflix had these kind of micro genres for casual viewing. If you go through the article, it's all about Netflix. It's all about streaming models, but it's all about Netflix. They're the culprit in this article, really. It's part of their design philosophy, alongside all the other great stuff that they do. There are quotes in it where they say that Netflix told certain showrunners these scenes are not second screen enough. So ultimately, I don't think this is a studio problem. I think this is a streaming problem, and in particular, a Netflix design, right? A Netflix problem. And I think that's what frustrates me, because I've never watched something from FX or HBO and thought, yeah, this is background TV. Even Apple TV, I'm sure they've got a couple, but Apple TV overwhelmingly makes stuff you got to focus on. I'm sure other streamers slip here and there, but it's one area that pioneered the model, and it's one company in particular that pioneered the model. And I think ultimately this is why I think people get a bit lazy, because if you can broad brush and say everyone's bad, then you don't have to have any responsibility for what you watch. We don't have to watch those movies. We don't have to watch them. If everyone's guilty, then you have no responsibility to be accountable. You can be accountable to what you intake. I want to remind everyone that Netflix makes great stuff too. The Good Place, which Jamila was in, does not fall into this trap. So turning around and doing this kind of Netflix movie, the disconnect is, it's hard not to see it. And obviously, you guys know this sort of annoys me, broad brush sort of chat anyway, the Matthew McConaughey, all politics are the same thing. This is the same thing. You flatten everything, and you sort of sound right, but you're not really naming anything. Some politicians are worse than others, some lie more than others, some companies are doing more damage. I think people have to remember that celebrities essentially laid down on the train tracks for streaming. They went, oh, the industry's moving this way. And some will start to do it for AI in the near future too. This is the way the times are going. These things are not inevitable. You have choices. This is all a choice for audiences and for them. She didn't have to make this movie, and more importantly, we don't have to watch it. We don't have to feed that specific part of the machine. That's the heart of my frustration. I think if you're going to call things out, we've got to be specific. We've got to be specific. It's too lazy to just go, oh, well, they're all a problem. I watched a movie in 33mm last night. It's a studio that loves putting out movies in 33mm. There are places that you can support and put your money into. Ultimately, I think that cinema keeps breaking in these circles because people are smart enough to name a problem, but not smart enough to be specific about it so that they can remain unaccountable. And I do think that's kind of what happened here.